dashed into him, and then suddenly he was in his face, and then he had to do this whole spin bot thing just to escape. But at least he's got his teammates there. And as I said, Dax, a bonus that is very viable for MEOW to win. They're able to convert. And look at the buy now from GEEK. They really want to force this up. They do not want to give up a 10th.
They just need a round going, and that's exactly why they're buying up like that. But never mind. They thought about it. They need to keep it calm. They still have a few rounds to give anyway, but it's getting very dangerous here for GEEK fam moving forward. Two marshals on what they want to manage with. You also see Fallex still aggressive position right now on top of that corner, ready to see coming someone his way.
Okay, Cam, shot out. Which alerts MEOW to some top mid presence here on the elbow. They did kind of sell their weapons instead, as you mentioned. So you can be a lot less invested into this round.
Cage triggered.
Especially in a map like Breeze, can be difficult to make these subpar weapons necessarily work. But those marshals aren't too shabby at all to steal a pick away.
I think this is the map that really punishes eco the most. If you're not running something like the Marshal, how do you fight the angles? But if you hit a headshot like that from Hydra Kid, a chance now seen, a glimmer of hope here for GEEK fam. Immediately though, stopped by the nade? The fragment gets 2 kills immediately. And what kind of damage did they do along the way? How does it net 2 of those kills?
Left.
Exotic though. He's still onto the site, deep into the pyramids. He wants to play in the middle right now. Not spotted as of yet. Dignified has finally been seen. The timing does work out GEEK fam's favor. Spike planted. 3v3 here. Blurred though. Holding by the double doors. Owen Cutie as well as Dizzy hesitating to push without Fallex for now.
3v3. Most of them here are poised on the site for the post plant, where he has a great spot to find the kill. He doesn't even have to land the shot because the rest of GEEK fam are chiming in, and he hits that. Not a headshot, but a shot nonetheless to confirm the round. GEEK fam eco retaliate after the bonus.
They took back the force bias. They went for the eco instead, and they come up away with rifles with 5-finger discounts. GEEK fam has shown a sign of life here, and this is their chance right now to swing the pendulum of momentum back in their favor. How will old Stinky Cat respond? They thought about the operator. There's a lot of rethinking right now here for both of these teams. There's a bit of hesitation because they know how close this series has become.
Oh, perfect 0 point. That was thrown here from a short from the door, which is a pretty effective way of gathering information there towards that B main and elbow position. So I like what they're doing here off of Dignified's KO over the one we're seeing from V Black. He seems to have a bit more in the reserve in terms of ideas to do and to pull off.
Yeah, I mean, he's very creative, and he always has thrived in those community tournaments. He's brought out some of that flavor here at VCT, and when it works, it does provide impact. In any case, MEOW,
I must wait a moment.
Still hold on to Ness. Got the camera here towards tunnel. They see the flash coming, and they know the execute is from mid, pushing into B. Fallex still ready with the angle. Finds the first kill. Dizzy FPS also chiming on, and Aeonix looking for the timing as the rest of his players are overrun. Aeonix now from up top, helping hand there from Owen Cutie, and that's a spike down. Old Stinky Cat, they're taking names and they're taking kills. It's all left the Blurred here. He's stuck now in 1v3. They go for the middle step just for safe measures, but Blurred will answer back in kind. He gets his own ult going, and he's gonna get the plant down too.
Spike planted.
He now knows where they're going to be coming from, though. Here from this tunnel, Blurred maybe looking to try and get an early peek off on the boost. He's spotted out, has to be careful. He gets the one. That's a triple now for Blurred. The lines are clearly drawn. He knows where he stands. Does he know where Dignified is? Does he know he hasn't pushed up just yet? Dignified trying to play the guessing game here. The 0 point doesn't connect. It actually does because he falls back into cover. Dignified playing around it. Time is ticking. He has little to work with. He's trying to boost up, pulling out the classic. He knows he's low. A right click. Will it connect? No, it doesn't. As Blurred make sure they stand behind the lines. And what a clutch here for GEEK Fam to keep them alive.
Blurred brings it back. You'd think for old Stinky Cat, that was the round. As soon as a Onyx pops in Neural Theft, that should be an easy shot. But everything changes after the pick in response. Blurred gets the kill onto Onyx, pops that Neural Theft. And Blurred has just been one of the players that even the panel has been mentioning about. Riri especially knows the talent of what Blurred can do in multiple different rosters. And in these crucial scenarios, he delivers.
Blurred.
It's crystal clear, come on.
Look at that tripwire up there just for the updraft and dash.
Yep. Exotic isn't allowed to try and clear out vertically immediately, though. He does find a way through, and V-Black instead catching out Folex from bad to worse here for old Stinky Cat, as it already see GEEK Fam onto the side getting the plant down.
You would have loved to see it work, but look at Hydra Kid right now, just going out on the shooting range, seeing some turkeys, taking him down. That one cuties, he's dead, right? No way.
Thanksgiving. It's just absolute stuffing here, courtesy of GEEK Fam. We are tied up, and GEEK Fam showing what they can do when given the chance. They not only get into the site so very quickly, but then immediately with that toxic stream control, there was that confidence that they could catch out MEOW trying to get away. And Hydra Kid, he found those final 2 picks because of it.
Well, my oh my. What a close game we have in our hands. Stomp after stomp, flush after flush, wash after the other. And now we go into a highly competitive map number 3, which is... Oh, that suppressed didn't catch him. Oh, it did, but right before it popped, I think.
I mean, it's the series so far. It's been neck and neck, and it's been the case multiple times in VCTPH that we go the distance. In any case, 3 ultimates available here for GEEK Fam. They're setting up now over onto the elbow to try and play into B. I wonder though, how will they look to get into the post plant? They rethink their plans and they realize since the Viper split over onto the shop, they can go for the cross over onto A, where it's only really dignified gonna be that first contact. Lurk also here from Blurred, ready to catch anyone crossing into the tunnel, but OneQT providing reinforcements quickly. Decides to peek on out from his own ultimate to get that pick. Immediately though, GEEK Fam pivot, move over to B, trying to catch out MEOW on the rotation.
The 5v4. Blurred here. He has to get the 1. Them being down the man means he has the go signal to go aggressive here. He gets that pick that they also desperately needed and actually gives them a winning chance for this specific round. Trades happening either way here, trying to flush on in the half full, and somehow Onyx finds his counterpart on the opposing side. Hunter's Fury connects on the 1, doesn't find the follow-up on that. 2v3 now here in the post plant hold, but slap them, what a shot on the Onyx.
Man just decides to spam through the smoke anyway, and speaking of, Owen also suffering the same kind of fate. Sladden with the slam down again. 4 will fall to his hand, and GEEK Fam has retaken this lead.
My oh my, back and forth this game has proven to be. Look at the Onyx. It wasn't even like a calculated spray. It was more just move my mouse wildly on the x-axis and see what I find. And treasure at the end of the rainbow is what he's able to at least find for himself. GEEK Fam force a timeout here off of MEOW. Old Stinky Cats have to purr away and see what they've got under their paws to bring out here.
I mean, their first tactical pause a while ago was very much so useful. It allowed them to
tactical
rally back.
pause.
Yeah,
like
why?
Paw. P-A-W. Get it? Tactical paw, because they're a stinky cat.
I don't expect this from you. Why are you like this now? What has happened to you
It's
over the
okay.
years?
You can take it up with my lawyer, attorney at Paw.
Where is the self-respect that I had, or rather you had for yourself, black and blue? But I've lost my train of thought. I'm gone. Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's why I'm here.
Beautiful
That's why I
timeout.
get paid the medium bucks.
The big bucks. That's
No,
black
only
and blue
medium.
for you.
Only medium.
So in that tactical pause, while we talked about pause and pause.
Nothing at all.
Yeah. It's really old Stinky Cat deciding they need to make a play and fast with the hero rifle. Everyone else is on the sheriffs. I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see Dizzy FPS whip out that Hunter's Fury if they're given the chance. But immediately, GEEK Fam again assessing the situation, bringing out the Outlaw, knowing that MEOW is on Nico.
Yes, Hero Vandal here for Fall X. Always wants to be the hero. Who wouldn't be? Well, take flight to be a villain. But I digress.
Enemy mark.
Outlaw available.
More conversations. You're the man just breaking down the order of this cast here.
I'm not a villain. I am merely an antagonist. To antagonize.
And while you're doing that, GEEK Fam should make their way into A. They throw the knife out. They also go for the Cloudburst as Exotic pushes on in, but immediately Dignified hits a shot. Dignified with another one! How does he get these kills? I would never know, but the Hunter's Fury gonna be the call from afar. Dizzy FPS though, his hand is exposed. Blur tries to tap away at it, but the shots don't actually strike there. Hydra instead, Outlaw in hand. 1-2 punch, they're both fall now. And the Neural Theft gonna be the play to Aeonix has been spotted here. Fall X, same can be said by him, but watch out for Hydra Kid yet again. A single swing and a single shot should be enough for the both of them. GEEK Fam though, ready with the angles. Beautiful dink there from Fall X. A fighting chance here for Fall X right now. Behind the orange, Blur trying to play up close, but the dart is there. Possible, yes. Can Fall X deliver? That's the big question now. Swing on out again. Sladums is speaking as Blurred went for the wraparound, finds the 3K, and GEEK Fam now at 11.
There is actually a world where he actually gets a kill there on Sladum. He somehow dinked him through the corner of the wall in Pyramid, and it could have been a 1v1 at that point, but Dignified still. Big gun here. Showing up. Hydra Kid making it look like it's a bit of a duck hunt. Double-barreled. But ultimately enough. 11-9. That wasn't a bad force at all by MEOW, to be honest. On the retake there, they had the Hero Vandal, and it came down to a 1v2. But now it's going to be crucial. Operator out for Exotic. I don't think MEOW are aware.
Yeah, and GEEK Fam has to be careful when they play into A. We've seen Dignified play behind the log wall a few times and actually get picks because of it. So MEOW, you mentioned it. Rifles are going to be out. Exotic upgrading the Outlaw that he had a while ago into the Operator itself. And GEEK Fam here just waiting to see if anyone's going to peek, but this is a lot more reserved right now for MEOW as they know things are getting very dangerous.
Nobody peeking out deep yet, though. But they, at the same time, don't have any information about what's happening in mid. Luckily for them, not much. Suppress, I think only captures the one. It only finds Sladum. But that's going to keep the defense there because they found the Sova of all players. Which means the B site might not be as ready for this. They have utility, but how do they fend him off?
They're waiting though steadily here for Aeonix as well as Fall X. Absolute patience as you mentioned. Null Command now gonna be the call. Shutting down Aeonix and his utility. So this wall is the only thing separating MEOW as well as GEEK Fam right now. But MEOW delivers on the 2K already. Exotic though with the blades desperately getting the kill onto Aeonix. 3v3 though, Plant now going down. Exotic able to play over onto the wall with the Operator here. And then the Alotron look to go for the scouts. Spikes planted. And MEOW picked up the dart. What a shot though from Dizzy FPS! Eyes wide open now as MEOW have made their way in. Hydra Kid will fall all FPV Black. He is just not ready for the swing out for Dizzy FPS. And Dizzy FPS just absolutely stellar in that round. 3 for him. And MEOW will survive for now.
A few crucial mistakes there, to be honest, by both sides. Like initially as well, for MEOW, for Old Sneaky Cat, they had Aeonix within the site. They should have recognized that, hey, V-Black has his ult. If he pops an ult command, then our troops are down. There's no utility on site to help us, and that's why they were overrun on the site itself. And then Fall X could have potentially found more than one there if he hit the shot quicker, but more importantly, on the retake, when it was GEEK's turn to try and put up a good iron fence in the 3v3, there were moments there where they put themselves in positions that were easily flush outable, especially when you have a team on the opposing side with a lot of really damaging utility, and that's why they were able to isolate those fights.
As soon as the Operator fell, Geek Fam just didn't know what to do. The op now in the hands of Old Stinky Cat, and Exotic gonna be a victim of a gun he's loved to play so far. Doorway opens though, pressure's on as Geek Fam now try to make their way into A. They've gotten control still of double doors. Dignified left on an island there onto the default, and Blurred eventually punishing Dignified. Blurred with another one, catching the moment over onto Owen QT. It's 3v3 though, and this allows Geek Fam now to put that spike down.
Stop. The op is still alive. You can see here, look, Blurred looking for Ionix if he's going to come from mid. Oh, the timing. They're actually going to cross each other. Blurred goes all the way back into A main, and Ionix finds him off of it too.
Barrel?
Great timing from him. He sees the gun, slide them up close. Has to be careful of the op, but the swing, the double here from MEOW. Ionix and Dizzy. They find it going for themselves, and it's a tied game now, 11-11.
The swiftness though on those swings, and while Bolex gets that first pick, everything really changed when Blurred was caught in the middle. We were talking about it a while ago. Ionix just climbing up top, getting a better angle into mid, and immediately with that double doors pressure and that initial intel, MEOW is able to recover. So timeout now for Geek Fam. And this is a series that's looking interesting here, Black and Blue. I kind of want to lay the land real quick while we have this time. MEOW right now is at 2-0. They're at the top of the leaderboards with the likes of NAOS as well as Insanity's team. And then, on the other hand, Geek Fam is at 1-2. If they lose this, they're going to slip down the standings even more. On the other hand, and if you look at MEOW, they win this, they're going to be the only team at the very top. Who would have thunk that would be possible for a team from the open qualifier? But that's the reality here, and Geek Fam needs to try and deny what could happen.
Possibilities are endless for sure. And either side would rather prefer it fell in their favor. But this round is going to be crucial. Match point. They lose this round here, as you mentioned, Geek, economy is going to be in shambles. Not the same situation for MEOW, but a bit more built up. If they lose this round, if Geek take this round number 23, then MEOW will still have economy for the next one. So it matters so much more right now for Geek to take this and bring it into at least match point. Potentially overtime after, but it's not how you throw it, bud.
Criticisms from the player who plays the Cypher, but in any case, I think we really agree that Geek Fam, they need this round, and I dare say they need the series to keep in the hunt within the group stage. It's a long way to the end of BCTPH. Every series matters, and as of right now, VBlack is very low on the HP.
Goodness.
Utility dump is ridiculous there, courtesy of MEOW. Eventually, they get the execution onto VBlack, but waits a little bit more as Geek try to reposition themselves into shop. They want to give the orb here to Hydra Kid to get the pit online.
Great reaction here coming from MEOW, right? As soon as they start to push, they smoke it off with the Cypher, the Cypher cage, just to make sure that they don't have clear sight lines outside. And then they molly it as well with both the Snakebite and the Fragment, which just stops Geek in their tracks. It was a good idea initially, but unfortunately for them, all the agents on the opposing side who could stop their push were there.
As soon as they went in, they knew they were in trouble. But here we go, over onto B instead. Bolex seeing the shot dart. He knows he just needs to hit the shot, and he does so in kind. One more falls on the forces of Geek Fam. They get the scan. They know the broken wall is out of their control here for Geek Fam. Sladam with the spike now planted. Exotic again, an angle he wanted to work with a while ago. He got tapped before by Dizzy. Can he survive this time? A bit of revenge there for Exotic. There's a chance here for Geek Fam, but that chance immediately evaporates in front of them. MEOW is so swift on the retake and the kills to boot, and this is them on series points.
Yeah, when they hit the button to say all go on the push, immediately just win the round over within a few seconds. And MEOW, good patience from them. Obviously, Geek kind of walking into their sights, into their kill zone there, as the operator was trained. Sniper in his hands, always a looming threat. And they're going to keep that into another round. It's up to Geek Fam now, who don't exactly have the best buy. Luckily enough, they're able to still force out, for the most part, Vandals in their hands, but I don't know, it's looking a lot more precarious now for Geek Fam, but I'm still gunning for an overtime here, knowing how both of these teams are just so really grizzled at this point.
It's been neck and neck in this game, especially here on Braze. It's the first time we've seen Braze from either team, and they made it quite an endurance run, quite a marathon even. The Geek fam, they need this round to force out the overtime. They have 3 ultimates to work with, and I wouldn't be surprised to see if Sladom or Blurred can get some vital intel. A Hunter's Fury to find the pick early could be a must.
Walking on up. Operator once more trained here. They have the drone. Now's the time to use it. Just be sure.
Oh no.
They find out, and that's exactly what they need to do.
Standing ahead.
Shots ring. They know the operator's there,
There you
but it's
go.
a beautiful flush out from Exotic. Fall X now has fallen. Same can be said for Ionix, but the scan
Spike
is the
down
answer
B.
from Dizzy FPS, and Exotic yet again a victim to the intel. Viper's Pit though will be online. This is what they've been building on so far here with Hydra Kid. Press a little too late to depart. The fragment lob as well, and MEOW winning the duel in middle. So 3v3 for the time being. Dizzy FPS has been found, and Geek fam, they have a good chance to make this happen, but Dignified denying V-Black from any kind of impact now. They get the suppress, the swing out from Sladom though! Surprise, surprise! Who expects that? Oh, and Cutie with 30 HP. 2 waiting for him to move into the smoke, and there you go. We go for more overtime here, made by Geek fam.
Overtime it is. And did
Switching sides.
you notice how
Overtime.
Ionix died in a single blast of the Hunter's Fury? Because he was hit by, I think, the
Snake
vulnerable. He had a snake bite, which meant that a single hit took him down. Crazy stuff off the flush there. Good hold by V-Black as well on the back end of things. That's just allowing that Viper's Pit to stay stable and not be kind of surrounded and flanked, really. If they were able to take that back site in control here for the retake, but my goodness. Overtime, after those 2 washes of map number 1s and 2, those 2
Yeah.
stomps, it is somehow just seems the most appropriate thing for VCTPH.
Yeah, it feels like they suddenly decided you guys want to do a best of 1 real quick that can get very, very close. It's been the way so far. It shows how even the playing field can really be. But Exotic, he's the glass cannon right now. And the operator is already exposed. Now we'll take that as a signal to go. They go for the flash too. And Fall X finds Exotic. V-Black though, a position of power here by the pyramid still. Someone's crawling on the other side. Sladom keeping his teammate alive. And because of it, Keith fam, they wipe away MEOW from the map.
Sladom was huge there to make
Switching
sure that
sides.
default position wasn't
Match
overrun,
point.
because they certainly could have been. You saw the positions there, like, where some of the players like V-Black was playing towards that logs, and if Sladom wasn't there to protect him, they would have gotten circumvented, and it would have gone terribly sour for Geek Fam. But luckily enough, they stopped the pincer from happening that way, and it's up to MEOW now to try and turn things around.
Yeah, MEOW has to do exactly what Geek Fam did to them in the last round. But Geek Fam have a different plan. They're making a bit of noise here towards B. The suppress lobbed early here by Dignified to get some vital intel. What we saw so far here from MEOW, it's really a matter of timing of how they can get value from the KO. Dock's screen is up. There's mid presence being applied here by Geek Fam.
Oh.
It's a very interesting call. You notice something here, Black and Blue, but wait a minute. Because Exotic now moves on forward. So 1-for-1, they're going for the overrun. Ionix has been spotted now. The dart, though, gonna be the answer. And Ionix turns back around just to net that kill onto V-Black. Plant now going down. MEOW, though, with the advantage. And MEOW are removing Geek Fam the same way that they were done a while ago on the A side. We go for more.
Switching
What a
sides.
scrappy round here for them to win and turn things back around here for MEOW, at least. Ionix somehow staying alive throughout that hold, landing great shot after great shot. A triple for him at the end of things there.
This goes here.
With so much utility burnt by Geek to try and get in the sight from that tunnel. Instead, they miss both of the cages there, Blurred, on the window, which meant that they didn't have that kind of instant safety net, at least for concealment, on the execute itself. Look at Exotic here, dipping for more. Glass cannon once again.
He wants to make his operator count. Gotta say though, it's that kind of day where you can say, I can do this all day. Exotic provides a pick here for Geek Fam.
Good drone.
They continue on now with the drone, as you mentioned, getting vital intel and exposing two playing into the halls. Fallex holding steadfast, but GEEK fam knows exactly what's going on right now.
Yeah, and at this point, MEOW have to expect that the op has repositioned possibly and could be bearing down their way. Exotic, oh, he doesn't even check the right side. Little does he know, it's fish in a barrel. Exotic, come on, get greedy, please.
It's a 50-50. It's 2 lanes here.
No,
And Fallex.
He's lost his opportunity. You hate to see. Oh,
But here's another one.
Oh, he gets that.
Scanning ahead.
Sometimes MEOW works in mysterious ways. Doesn't work out for them whatsoever though. Into the round, GEEK fam on the other hand still keeping MEOW at bay. And what can Dignified do here? Nothing much at the end. GEEK fam is back into winning ways, and they're back onto match
Switching
points.
sides.
Why is this game so
Match
close? I mean,
Because we had 2 stomps a while ago.
yeah,
This-
it's appropriate. It
Ray Ray's
happens.
fault.
It's Ray Ray's fault.
One enemy
Because she's here,
remaining.
you know.
Because she
Can't
jumped
wait.
into our call.
So
for
she
a
jinxed
split
both.
second.
She jinxed both of the broadcasts. Huh.
Hey, congrats to her.
Yeah, that's true.
Digitally married Ray Ray to you.
Okay, we still got OT, and it's do or die here for MEOW. They were successful in holding down that B site. We get the same old knife right now, courtesy of Dignified. And immediately, that's intel here.
Because they only suppressed and scanned Blurred. They're not too sure if it's a lurk or not, because it was only the cipher they found. So the defense is still sticking on the A site. If anything, it's rotating towards the A site, kind of guessing that, hey, that might be a lurk.
I mean, they're moving into elbow here, and GEEK fam looking for any kind of opening coming into this one. Not only that, V-Black holding steadfast over at mid. It's the same kind of positions here for a Unix, as well as Fallex. Let's move over to the Archers though, provide a little bit more cover if ever. And everything's left to Aeonix to try and hold down these walls. Exotic
way.
though, getting in his face. Fallex is scanned on out, but Dizzy again! Punishing Exotic, trying to be ambitious. A snake bite to provide a bit of a stall here from that initial plant. Sladum still on the site here, and eventually GEEK fam will try to get things going. But watch out, Blurred now into the tunnel. Hydrokin on the board. There's the drop down. They barely pass each other, but MEOW now has the numbers advantage. It's 3v2. Everything is relying on Sladum and V-Black if they can get the job done now. Flank though coming on in. You can see here Sladum wins the fight. Owen though with a perfect angle. Suppress hit. And V-Black, he's not gonna see this coming whatsoever. You want more, you get more. Triple overtime it is.
We go again. I mean, these two teams were kind of touted to be almost exactly at the same power levels, and I hate to be right. Both of these teams are really just playing to the expectations that we know they can be, especially here in a hard-fought series. These are the ones that are so painful to lose, because you know, when you do lose it, just how close you were to victory.
Yeah, they showed their best in the map picks of their opponents, and now we see them absolutely neck and neck. Who will take it though? It's been a question that we've been trying to figure out for the past few rounds. And Exotic again back on the operator. Peeks out into the middle, sees absolutely no one, as MEOW expects this already.
Operators out. Once more for Exotic. There's no qualms about not having armor in these type of rounds on overtime. B site executed is, and the op isn't there at all to try and fend them off. It's going to have to come down to Blurred here on the back of the site. He's already taken the beating from that snake bite.
Yeah, now go onto the site already. Fallex finding one, finding a second. Not gonna happen as V-Black and Blurred do answer all back through the boxes. Dizzy FPS nets a second kill, and this allows now MEOW to set up their stations. That op needs to be discarded, and Exotic does exactly that. Can't hit the shot. There you go, the with reconnaissance, and the Hunter's Fury is upon us. Dizzy FPS providing damage from afar, smiting anyone coming his way, and MEOW are the ones on match point now.
MEOW finally win here.
Match
A
point.
round of their own. Stifling the counteracting rounds. You've seen the pendulum swinging back and forth. Overtime. Time out is called by GEEK fam to try and really regain composure. Small opportunities there. Blurred got the one, but they needed a bit more from him too.
I mean, I need a timeout too after everything's said and done. It just feels like for Geek Fam, they can't find the answer in that last round. They thought they could actually get away with the operator pick, but since it was just repeated again and again, MEOW played so well with moving away from those open angles. And you know who has been a bit big a hero here for Old Stinky Cat? Dizzy has just been paramount to their success. The one who shuts down Exotic over at B. The one who got the wall banks going over onto Broken Wall. And the one with the Hunter's Fury. He's just had such a massive moment in these overtime rounds.
He's like that song. I am the one, the one. That's him right now, just doing everything he can, throwing the kitchen sink if he could. MEOW, for sure, benefiting off of Fall X's play too. Unfortunately, there the gamble by Exotic on the defensive side for the op was just not it. He wasn't in the right spot for him to receive that contact as they went towards the B site once more. Now look at this, the A split coming in from GEEK.
This is interesting. They had to go for the cyber cage to cover that cross, taking a bit of damage along the way. I was concerned of how they were going to play out that mid to A push. They go for the toxic screen now. The camera, though, getting the spot going. Ionix knows that players are coming his way, and Geek Fam also love the fragment. Ionix has to hug the orange container right now, but he's still into cover. There's almost like to be left unchecked here by Geek Fam right now. Spikes planted, Owen though opening the doorway, getting a bit of that attention. Sets up the toxic screen, does he know? By the boxes, there's a special delivery. Thy name is Exotic. The mow down, though, still alive somehow. The classic enough to net that kill. 4v4 as we move back into the site. The recon dart quickly broken. Hydra Kid on the board. Hydra Kid with another one. Here comes Sladden now swinging by the poison.
1v1.
And everything's left here to Fall X, who will fall first there. Geek Fam tie it up again. We are not done.
Overtime.
We're not.
No.
Crazy. Man, I mean, don't forget, Geek Fam have already burnt their timeout here, so no more real pauses in the game from this point on forward, unless I think Old Stinky Cat still have theirs on the table. But I like what they did there in that postman specifically, where you saw just Geek, especially kind of leaving Blurred and Exotic further up there to create some havoc, to get some opportunity picks. Obviously, MEOW placing importance into Hall, but man, this is such a gritty game.
This has just been neck and neck, and it will boil down to these aim duels by this point. Dizzy!
What? Dizzy!
The double is just a guarantee by this point, and MEOW, that is an ace site waiting for you. The rotation, though, will come the way of Geek Fam. Blurred now, gonna get exposed by the 0 points. And I wonder if MEOW's still gonna push into A here. 3 of them stacking on up outside of shop. They set up the toxic screen, and Aldron's there too. And Geek Fam, they need to respect this push.
And Dizzy spinning their heads right round. Blurred here has to be careful on his beat. He gets caught out by Dignified.
No.
It's looking like MEOW are going to take the lead once more back, and that they do.
This is the Dizzy show. We're watching
Switching
him
sides.
evolve
Match
as a
point.
player, round for round, be the highlight, the hero of Old Stinky Cat, and this is where it starts. There's a bit of a skirmish here over onto Halls, but at Shops, I think, if I saw the replay right, Geek Fam lined up for him, and that was immediately punished by Old Stinky Cat.
Oh, man. Where does this end? Will it finally be here? Will MEOW finally take this round and this series when they really need to get them at the top, give them that 3-0 perfection in the groups?
MEOW wants it. MEOW wants it badly. You can see they're hungry to finish off the job as soon as possible. The wide swing from Owen QT. Fall X also chiming on in. An advantage now here for Old Stinky Cat. The scan comes online, and Dizzy and Fall X just mow him down from the wall. Fall X with 3, and this might be it. Everything left to the shoulders of the captain of Geek Fam. Fall X hunting for the targets. His hubris will be punished. Has a spike in hand here, so V Black giving himself a fighting chance.
He can go straight to the B site. Little does he know it's completely open for him. So using the knife there. Oh no, I think he's misread the situation right now. Kind of being overcautious, a bit in their heads. The problem there too was that, you know, GEEK fam, it wasn't like a strategic mistake they were necessarily making, just kind of waffling over their shots where they had opportunities there to get some free kills, but it just doesn't turn out their way. And those are the most painful
30
ones to
seconds
lose.
left.
Yeah, it's just a heat check there from old Stinky Cat. Striking when the iron was absolutely hot, and we saw it a while ago. Just the struggles for Blurred to track down the swing from Owen QT. The spike now gonna get planted, and V Black, what else can you do? Might hear them moving from the arches. He's found, he's seen, and we are done. At the very top of the standings, only one team will stand, and that team's name is Old Stinky Cat. They have been perfect in their run here in the group stage so far in the series.
Defenders win.
And they will get another one here. 17-15 even. They can't believe it.
Meow, meow, and meow. Old Stinky Cat. What else can you say about this team? Albeit, of course, they're at the top because some other teams haven't played 3 games just yet, but it doesn't matter because they can safe to say that, hey, at some point we were at the *1. And what a definitely deserved win that was after such a long-winded series. How many overtimes was that? 13 for 4. Yeah.
Good job. You counted so well, so quickly. But that was a long map to really break on down. I think we just want to talk about the last round, though, real quick. It did feel like for GEEK fam, that's where they ran out of steam. It's one play Old Stinky Cat can always do. Just rush on in. Just go in with the swing, get those kills, and immediately chaos was caused by Owen not falling immediately to Blurred's hand. Allows Fallex to re-peek from the elbow, gives them the kills, and not only that, the mid control that we saw GEEK fam really vie for, it was eventually punished by the Owl drone and the positions there of Old Stinky Cat.
Yeah, and we could see there too that, you know, Exotic just constantly wanting to force out that operator. It was working at the start, to be fair, but once it stopped, they kind of lost their edge on overtime on what was consistently buying them some of these rounds back. And yeah, at that point, just Meow able to walk themselves to the finish line. Fallex has been a crucial, quintessential part of that, but I think I'm going to look at here players like Dizzy, who just had so many exemplary moments that literally saved them the round.
Yeah, Fallex, he was a monster on those kills, almost hitting those the 30 bomb there. But Dizzy in those last few rounds, add in the last few rounds of regulation, add in the overtime double kills, he just climbed the charts with impact immediately. And it was a big reason why things would swing in favor of Old Stinky Cat. That's one thing that they were so good at, that they were expecting how GEEK fam would push them with utility, with the scans and the suppresses. But then you have players like Dizzy, you have players like Fallex holding these angles that can still spray down as GEEK fam swings, and that's been a way that they played the post plant. On the retake, on the other hand, it was absolute swiftness. You get the scan, you get the intel, and Meow had the hot hands to just eradicate anyone on site, those on the GEEK fam side.
I'm having intrusive thoughts right now.
Go ahead, say it, say it.
Like
say
if,
it,
if I was Meow, right, I'd just be like, GG nerds. Because they're geeks. Yeah. Well, I mean, in this case, the cat has a sharper talon claw than, I guess, the geeks do.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, people usually cut their nails black and blue. And don't worry, we're all geeks here as we have glasses on our faces. But in any case, 17-15, that's all that needs to be said. As close can be. It was a 6-6 first half. And we saw Meow and GEEK just be neck and neck against each other. Checking out the highlights, though, I think I gotta ask you, what was the biggest moment for you? Because besides the Dizzy double kills, there have been so many crucial, critical plays that swung things in favor of the teams that won the rounds.
The one where the game ended?
That's true.
I mean, well, aside from, like, all reality, I think, I mean, personally, it's kind of difficult to pinpoint a single specific moment.
Oh.
Obviously, there were when they extended it into overtime during the end of regulation. That was a big
I'll give you an
round.
answer. That's such a
What?
non-answer. I'll give you an answer. The one where Dizzy one-tapped the operator. Remember that?
Well, there was that on Exotic, yeah. But
Yeah, that's huge. That was huge. That's the one that I remember immediately. You get your chance. Go ahead.
the one where they called an overtime and then started winning after that.
Wow, very good. You are such a beautiful,
regulation.
beautiful participant
Yes.
in this post-mortem. But old Sticky Cats absolutely deserving of the win, and they showed how commanding they could be in that first map. But really, that third map showed how gritty it could be, how they could adjust, and it really rounds up what old Sticky Cat can bring now to the rest of their upcoming series.
I think it's such unfortunate as well for GEEK fam, because considering they're the ones who, I mean, anybody would love a win, but they're the ones who kind of needed the win a bit more just based on where the standings are right now for them, right? They've gone down now, what, 1 and 2 in the standings, and old Stinky Cat are perfect so far. That's something I wouldn't expect it to say, but who knows how things will turn out as the season progresses. What we do know, though, is the turnout for our panel is absolutely exemplary, for they are fine individuals. So what are you guys doing?
Napakalakas pala talaga ng aura ni Ray Ray.
Si Osiris Isinio.
Si Osiris pa. Na-combo niya eh. That's Raph and that's Ray Ray, and my name's Wolf. Welcome to the last part ng ating broadcast for today, where we talk about the series. Well, is there any way na mabilis nating pwede i-summarize yung nangyari sa series na yun?
Parang ano ayaw na nila mag-adjust. Sige, let's just play all-star Valorant na whoever aims better will win. At least that was the thing we saw, especially in the latter parts of Breeze. At tsaka si Ray Ray kanina pa nagsabi, wala na. Talo na yung eto na. Parang Ray, please, wag ka na lang mag-ano doon.
Sabi niya, wag na lang daw magsalita, guys. Nag-shut up na lang talaga ako. Pero ito pa, ang ironic, di ba? They were good in their map picks, di ba? They started real good. A lot of maps earlier. Pero when we came to Breeze, it seems like doon talaga na-exhaust lahat ng mga pagkakamali nila. And actually, it was pretty tiring. But still, what a good series that we had sa last ngayong araw.
And I'm sure na mahirap pumili ng isang MVP dito, but we will try. So far ngayon, tingnan natin kung sino nga ba naging MVP ng series na yun. So many good performances from all of the players, dahil na sa isang napakahabang map number 3. It was a very long series, but in the end, we have to recognize FallX. Iba rin naman, consistency is key. 1.2 average KDA over the series na nakita natin. And obviously, napakaraming frags. It was a very, very, how do I say this? Close na series. At siya pa rin na-ego. What separates FallX from the others, man?
I mean, for the side of FallX talaga, we've seen him every scene talaga pagdating sa last year when we've seen him on Game Lab, and right now looking at the OSC roster ngayon, he's still consistent. He had a few of little mistakes, syempre. I think that's really normal. That's gonna make you mag-improve palalo sa scene. Pero I think it's not just FallX. Everyone sa team ngayon ng OSC, kasi they usually lose yung mga overtimes before. Pero ngayon, they got over it. They were calmer. Yung last round, kitang-kita nyo, that could have been a clutch by Vanta Black. Pero buti na lang din talaga kagad. Naghintay sila ng perfect opportunity, and actually, they won.
Actually, I like that call. You know, especially in the very last round of Breeze, where we were, I think, both saying that this is so nice that they're just not caring for the info. They're gonna wait in spawn. They're gonna wait for the Sam queue. And they're just gonna take a clean 3v1. Again, there were a lot of good clutches, as you mentioned. Where at the same time, I can't believe they really try to fight everything with everything at that very last map.
Yeah. Well, sakto, matatanong natin si FallX with an interview to ask him what his thoughts were dun sa nangyaring series na yun. So, nandito na ata si Bossing FallX, are you there?
Hello po, good evening po. Gandang gabi.
Good evening. Una sa lahat, kamusta? Pagod ba? O ano?
Kaya pa po isang map.
Ayun!
Sige daw, isang map pa daw. Isang series pa daw. De, joke lang.
I believe may questions sa ating panel para sa iyo, Polex. So let's start with Raph.
Jay, congrats again for the really hard-earned win. But if I'm not mistaken, wait, I could be mistaken. But let's just skip to the question na lang. Parang wala na sa isip ko eh. Did you guys make any special preparations for Geek Fam, or did you do anything different today?
Kasi po, ngayong VCT regular season po kasi. Ngayon lang po kasi talaga kami nakapag-breeze. So, very special din po sa amin yung map. Kasi yung mapa po na breeze kasi is talagang pinapractice po talaga namin ngayon. Ngayon po yung tinutukan talaga namin. Tapos yun din po yung plano po namin talaga sa kanila na i-last map.
But still, you know, congrats again. Still very strong outing from everybody. I'm pretty sure you guys are decently tired kahit sabi mo kaya pa isang map.
Yes po.
Katuwa naman, Polex. Congratulations. At finally, you're back on track, di ba? Nakakatuwa talaga na makita ka ulit dito mismo sa scene. Pero meron ako sa yung tanong. At hindi ito
Ano
yung
po yun?
parang i-require ka ng sobrang katulad ng tinanong sa'yo kanina. Eto, kailangan mo pumili. Pipili ka lang ng isa. Anong mas gusto mo? Magaling tumutok na teammate or matalino sa laro na teammate?
Matalino sa laro. Owen Cuties, the
Oh.
boss!
Ayan!
Shoutout sa AGL ko. Thank you.
Ayan.
Alright.
Okay, Owen, cutie talaga. Congrats.
I wanna ask Polex, for one last time lang siguro. Parang meron pa ba kayong mga gustong kaharapin? Meron ba kayo parang sobrang excited na okay, ito lahat ng mga viewers, lahat ng mga fans nyo, abangan nyo kami kasi ito yung team na talagang ipapakita namin ng lahat. Meron bang ganon?
Siguro sa ngayon po, wala pa naman kasi wala pa namang issue.
I love it! Thank you so much,
Joke lang
Polex.
po,
Meron
joke
ka
lang.
bang gustong meron ka bang gustong i-shout out o pasalamatan o meron ka bang special mention kung sino man? Now's your time to thank everyone that's supporting you.
Shoutout po sa family ko na sumusuporta sa akin kada may laro kami. At saka sa mga fans din po namin dyan kung meron man. Tsaka rin po sa girlfriend ko, kay Tiffany. I love you so much. Thank you so much, guys.
Alright. Thank you so much, Polex, and congratulations. Makakapahinga na kayo matapos ang napakahabang series na yun. You may now rest, and thank you so much. That has been Polex mula sa ating winning team sa ngayon na napakahaba na pinakamagandang pangalan sa lahat. It's the Old Stinky Cat. Now, why don't we look at the updated standings ng ating group stages sa ngayon after 4 days, kung di na nagkamali. Oh no, 7 days na pala.
Almost
Ay,
lang, almost.
Almost.
Isang oras para 4 days.
Tama, isang oras para mag 4 days. Almost going for day number 4. So far, ang pinakamadaming okay. So we have Old Stinky Cat with 3-0. Tuloy-tuloy ang kanilang streak. And then NAOS. Dito naman then dire-diretso na yung mga teams na marami na nilaro like AIM, Valorant Card, unfortunately hindi pa sila nakakaisa. Any standouts dito sa ating standings? Wow.
Well, obviously yung nasa top, 'di ba? Kasi syempre undefeated. I actually was about to highlight that Old Stinky Cat have gone undefeated since I think from their upper bracket from the OQ. But again, I wasn't so sure. But now reviewing the stats, that is correct. So hopefully they can continue their streak. I think now still is the most convincing team at the top here. So far, I don't think anybody has really given me the vibe na siguro kaya nila yung NAOS, or at least cleanly take a 2-0 over NAOS.
How about you, Ray?
Yeah, pero kanina, nagkakagulat na kamunti ka nang makahabol yung APH against sa mga taga NAOS. Pero on the other side naman, excited pa rin ako dun sa mga wala pang panalo, di ba? Kasi syempre, we are talking about Valhalla, Carti Esports together with APH. They have so much room to grow. Lalo-lalo na sa Valhalla, we have high expectations, and sana sa mga next games nila, they'll be able to win those.
Yeah. And that's it for our today's broadcast. Sana po lahat kayo dyan ay nag-enjoy at sana ay Di ko alam kung mag-wish ako ng magkaroon ng issue. Some part of me wants to para makakita tayo na ganoon. Pero majority of what I feel is sana wag na lang. Let's just play Valorant and enjoy VCT PH 2024. Of course,
Wholesome.
brought to us by Mineski Global, the official tournament organizer for the 2024 VALORANT Challengers Philippines, presented by PPGL, the largest multi-game esports league in the country.
Also, thanks to our official super app Grab. Score Grab's lowest prices ever with up to 15% cheaper fares on Grab Car Saver. Delivery fees as low as 15 pesos with Grab Saver delivery, and thousands of budget-friendly meals as low as 99 pesos with, again, Grab Food Saver meals.
At syempre guys, this tournament is officially sanctioned by the Games and Amusement Board. Hello po, Gab!
Yan po si Raf as well as Ray Ray, and on behalf of all of the casters out there, we wish you an issue-free night. Good game and good night.
Valorian's fighting back. There's the showstopper! And it's one! No, they don't overwhelm. They don't overwhelm at all. This is going to be pandemonium. He spots out two. He spots out two! And Nico gets it! Risky as can be. Oh my god!